We are learning to Excel, and this video is about some Excel shortcuts that hopefully will be useful to you in your work, your personal life, or if you're a student. Just trying to teach you guys some basic shortcuts that you can use in Excel to save some time and be more efficient. So the first thing I want to show you guys is filtering. So usually you'd have to go up into this data ribbon tab and click in the cell you want and then hit filter, right? And that's going to add filter to the spreadsheet. So a better way of doing this, I do this all the time, is Control-Shift-L, right? So then you never even have to go up to this data ribbon tab. It's just a much quicker way, nice little shortcut, Control-Shift-L, to filter your data. The next thing I want to teach you guys is navigation of spreadsheets. So I can't tell you how many times I've seen students and professionals click and drag down, hundreds or thousands of rows of data. So, sometimes I've seen people sit there and scroll for 10, 15 minutes when the spreadsheets are 70 or 80,000 rows long. Very simple shortcut, Control, Shift, and down on the directional pad. It's going to go to the bottom of the data set automatically, okay? And then if you want to select the whole spreadsheet, we're going to go ahead and tell Excel Control Shift and right on the directional pad. Look at that, it's grabbed the whole spreadsheet. Say I don't want all these columns, say I only want through column E, I'm going to hit Shift and left on the directional pad, it's going to drop column F. Say I only want D, you just keep hitting over and holding Shift and hitting over, and you can grab, whatever column you want. This also works with the up and down keys on the directional pad, and you can, it's just a much better way of navigating information on your spreadsheet than clicking and dragging. The next thing I'd like to talk to you guys about is cell referencing. This is a huge, shortcut for when you're working with dynamic spreadsheets and, performing any kind of sensitivity or, making alterations to your model. So say we want to know what was paid to our employees in terms of commissions on these contracts. We'd go ahead and, over here we'd add some sort of a key that has the commission percentage that we've paid these employees, say it's 5%. So we can go ahead and build a quick formula here. Contract value, you're going to get 5% of that if you're an employee. Boom, $1,000. Now say I want to drag this down to the whole spreadsheet. The first thing you want to definitely do is you want to lock up that 5%. Otherwise Excel will keep moving down the columns as you drag down the formula. So to do that, we just hit F4 on the cell that we want to lock up, which is the commission paid cell. Hit enter, and then you can drag this formula down manually, but it's very inefficient if you want it to go to the bottom of the spreadsheet. All we have to do is get our black cross here, double click, it's going to drop it all the way down to the bottom of the spreadsheet. We can check that it went the whole way down by using the Control Shift down function. It's going to go to the bottom of the spreadsheet. Boom, the formula's gone all the way down there. Double check, it's looking at that contract value, multiplying it by our locked reference cell up here, right? Okay, so we want to go back to the top, Control Shift up, and we're back to the top of our spreadsheet. And we also want to include this in our filters, so Control Shift L turns it off, Control Shift L, look at that, it added a filter right there. So the next thing I want to show you guys are some very powerful tools that can yield some quick information. I want to know the total amount of commissions paid, so I'm just going to go ahead and say, well, I want the sum, so equals sum. I could either click this sum or hit the tab button to select it. Tab. I'm going to grab this first cell here. I want the whole range. So again, we can use that Control Shift down ability that we discussed. Hit enter. Boom. There is the total amount of commissions paid to employees. Well, now I want to know what's the average per contract that we're paying employees commission-wise. So I'm going to go ahead and get a count of how many contracts we have by entering the count function, so equals count. And look at that, Excel knows what we want. We hit the tab key. We're going to count the number of commissions paid. That'll give us a count of the number of contracts in this case. Sort of the same function. We use the Control Shift down. See that? We have 1,778 contracts. So now it's just a simple division of the commissions paid divided by the total number of contracts. And we see we pay an average of about $3,559 per contract. The last thing I want to show you guys, very useful tool in Excel, is conditional formatting. Okay, so I want to know out of this list how many of these commissions were 25,000 or 20,000 or more. Okay, so I could either come in here and I could select and I could go and filter on anything greater than 25,000, or I could use a really cool built-in function in Excel, which is called conditional formatting. I'm going to highlight column G, come up here to conditional formatting. I want to highlight any cells greater than 20,000, so it's going to let me put that rule in here. So I just type in 20. Okay, it's going to fill it in with light, red fill, and dark text. And now the really cool thing about filtering is I don't have to look at the individual numbers anymore. Since I put this conditional formatting on, I can filter by color, and I know that anything that's over 20,000 is going to have this color. Boom, there we have it. All the commissions paid over $20,000. This concludes this quick video. If you guys want to learn some more Excel shortcuts, if this was helpful, let us know in the comments. And thank you very much for watching.